welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 13th of January. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director at Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. So this week we have Goodman Group, Paladin, Unity, Brookside Energy and Anson Resources. So if you have a request, please send it through. Make sure you've signed up to the free newsletter, but if you would like our better tips, you need to be getting the Dynamic Investor Report. That comes out every Tuesday. But if you do enjoy these videos, we'd love you to share them on social media or even leave us a review. Our main business is in portfolio management. So if you'd like to have a trading account with me and have me alert you in real time if I think it's time to buy or sell something, then please let me know and I can explain how that all works. And all the advice here is general only. So we've got a daily chart here of Goodman Group, as we could see over the past, almost for the last year. Very nice uptrend here. It's been one of our favourite stocks. We've been holding it for most clients, but we did sell out of it recently. So I think, well, the first sell signal, in my opinion, was this sort of big downwards move here. So basically, as we could see, we've got very low volatility moves all the way through, and then suddenly you get a big down day on a bit of volume, and then this gap down here was confirmation that the uptrend's over. So as we could see, the shares are trading pretty poorly and there's quite a bit of volume on the way down. So I think with this one, the risk is still to the downside, and now it's just a case of waiting for support to come in before you buy back in. Okay, Paladin. So I like the way this one's been trading. So we've had there was a clear flat consolidation here, and then on the breakout there was a very nice swift move. But it looks like it's doing the same thing again. It looks to be making the same sort of setup. So we've got another consolidation here underway. We've got these higher lows. Potentially we've got symmetrical triangle. It seems to be consolidating under resistance. So for me, it's pretty clear. I think just an upside break is the buying opportunity, and obviously if it pulls all the way back into the range here, that's a negative. Okay, Unity Group. So great trend over the last year. I mean, most recently it seemed to make this fairly flat consolidation, gave a breakout here on volume, which would have been a buy signal, retest, kept going, but as we could see, it's starting to, in some respects, fail to follow through. We've got, I'll just zoom in a bit, so it's sort of given us this double top. So sell off here, bounce back up, which is great, but it's come back sharply again. So I'd basically treat these recent boundaries, sort of this little high here, this low here, as whether to buy, upside break, sell, downside break. So I think, keep an eye on it, but it's getting pretty close to breaking to the downside there. Okay, Brookside, so we'll just zoom back out. Seems to be getting back into a bit of a downtrend here. Tentatively, it looks like it's a buy. It's sort of found support here. It's taken out this high. There's just no real volume though. So I think if you've got this as a buy, I think you'd have to run a fairly tight stop. Ultimately, we need to see it do a bit more work, and 2.5 cents seems to be a major level. So tentative buy with a tight stop, and I think if it cracked through 2.5, then that's a better buy. And finally, Anson Resources. So it's generally been doing all the right things over the past year, even though it's been volatile. So again, like a lot of smaller stocks, we had sort of a breakout late last year, early this year. So, big breakout, big volume. Then it's consolidated, sort of got going again, broke to a new high, come back into the range, So most recently, so even though it's come back into the range here, I like the fact that it's sort of then leveled out on basically no volume. And this break would have been the most recent buy signal, I think, just in terms of the last few weeks. So that was a clear buy signal. So it's rallied up, stopped short of the old high, but consolidated. And then we could see yesterday breaking through this consolidation on big volumes. So now it looks, I guess that's another buy signal. And this is telling me it wants to kick on here and head to new highs. All right, well, that's all for this week. If you have a request, send it through and I'll try to include your stock next week for you.